Good evening and welcome to this week's episode of EatCrit and Survive Plays, a board game where a bunch of people gather in different locations to play a board game digitally. We are joined once again by Dani from Sovranti, who has come along to join us in a game that is new to the three of us that you are probably used to seeing by now, in a game of Planet Unknown. So Dani, welcome back. Thank you for tolerating us enough to actually come back and do this again.
I had a really good time last time, so I had to come back.
Glad to hear it. Yes, with Dani and myself, I am Luke. Hi, if you haven't met us before. Below me, we have Laura.
Hello.
And over there in the bottom right of your screen, there is Dom.
Hello.
Sounding suspiciously like Cedric.
Yes.
From the last campaign. Yes. Hello. Yeah, we are back playing another board game. Dom, you know this. You were there at the witnessing. So yeah, we are partnered with Sovranti to help you see some of their content, see some of the stuff that they do, and to bring you another gaming platform where you can come and play some of your board games digitally. Throughout the whole month of March, they had Dice Miner as their free game to be available through their rotating library. Next month, though, Dani, do you want to? Is this? I don't know.
Yeah.
If it's news, or do you want to?
No, it's all good.
Breaking news.
Yeah, breaking news. Next month is
Breaking
April,
news.
and April will be drafting month. So it'll include all of our drafting games. So free for the whole month, we'll have Planet Unknown, which we're going to play today. We'll have Point Salad, the Isle of Cats, Dice Miner again, and Sushi Go Party. Those will be free all month, so you get to practice your drafting mechanic.
So yeah, you can go on to Sovranti, and with just a basic account, you can go on there. You can play with any of those games throughout the entirety of the month. But if you want to go and explore the entirety of the library, which there are many games and more coming as time goes by, you can go there and you can join with the code EatCrit. You can upgrade yourself to a platinum account for free for 60 days, and it is completely free. You do not have to put in any credit card information or anything like that. You can just get in, play, and then at the end of it, you can choose to stay or go. So absolutely your choice, but it is there for you to go and do. And we recommend doing it because we have enjoyed playing these games together.
Yes.
Because that is the benefit of the Platinum account, is that not everyone in your party has to have it. So I'm going to put that partner code in there because that will remind people. You can go in there, partner, and type in the code EatCrit and get yourself a nice shiny Platinum 60-day trial.
Yay!
Yay! And it is worth it. It is a really good deal because there's a lot of really good games on there. And there's more coming. I know that Sovranti has signed up with a whole bunch of publishers, so there is a lot of future content coming with some of the big publishers. I don't know how much I can say. I'll let Dani say whatever is allowed to be said. There are some big names on there, so keep an eye out. It's worth doing.
Yeah. Follow us on social media to see all our announcements.
Yes, Sovranti on Twitter and Sovranti Media on Instagram, I believe.
Yeah.
Plus, other social medias also exist.
Yeah, we have Facebook and TikTok too.
There you go.
Those are and we have a Discord, but it's social media adjacent.
There is a bit of community building for people who are playing games on Sovranti, and I think you do your game night every Friday or every other Friday?
It's every Tuesday. It's 6 to 8 p.m. Central Time in the States. So I think that's like really late or really early for you all, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's like 2 a.m. I think. Yeah,
I think so too. I think I looked it up at one point. It's a very different time frame.
It is,
so.
but it is available for those of you who are night owls. Also, hi Frost Night GT, welcome to the chat. It is open for people to go and do and take part in. And if you're watching this from another part of the States, or from any part of the world, or you just happen to be a night owl, by all means, go and check it out and try and find the Sovranti Discord and join in on some of the games that are being played.
It's on our website in the footer if you're looking for it.
Yes.
Or just find us on social media and send me a message.
There you go. So that is what we're doing today. We are playing Planet Unknown. If you want to check out some of our previous board game plays, maybe how you found us before, you can type in that command board games and you can see, first of all, you can see it here on Twitch. You can see us playing it every week, usually on a Wednesday. Just so happened that we were busy yesterday, so we said we'd play today instead. But you can go and check out our previous games played. They are stored on YouTube, and you can also check out our D&D campaigns if you want to. Friday nights, 7:30-ish BST now on a Friday night. You can come along and join us as we carry on our campaign. We're going to session 3 as of this week, so that's
We've actually made it to session 3.
No one has died.
Not yet.
Three people have gone unconscious, and one of them was the same person twice. But don't ignore that.
He's alive, isn't he?
He is. He's a fighter as well, which I'm really surprised. It's also Matt, so there is that. We're going to be continuing that campaign, and if you want to check our previous campaign, it's also there on our YouTube. And then you can also follow us on Instagram and Twitter to find some of our board game content that we are throwing up there, which we really need to do more of, to be honest. We keep getting distracted. Life happens. So you just got to keep happening. But this is why we are here on Twitch playing board games, because we want to play games with each other. So let us, if everyone is ready, dive into today's game of Planet Unknown. As I click ready with authority.
I was going to say.
I clicked the button, but I didn't. I had to click into the window.
Click, not just a click.
So, whilst we are setting up the table, Dani, would you like to talk us through what we are doing here on the...
So the kind of flavor text of Planet Unknown is Earth has not survived, and we are each individually tasked with the challenge of building the best next planet. So we're going to get different resources. We are going to get attacked by some meteorites along the way, so we just got to clean those up with our rovers.
Nice.
And the person who builds the best planet has the most points at the end of the game and therefore wins. Once it loads in, we'll see what our planet looks like, how we're going to draft different tiles. It's polyomino tile placement game. If you don't know about Planet Unknown yet, it is just releasing to Kickstarter backers. So I'm really excited. I'm hoping it'll hit retail sometime soon. I don't have the dates, but you should keep an eye out for it. Is all I'm going to say.
It has the best tile choice distribution method I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like for this sort of thing, for the drafting method. Because from what I can see from the pictures of how it comes out, is you've got effectively a pie wheel of different tiles that slot in different spaces, and you just rotate it around to get to the tiles that you want, and then people get it in those sectors to draft from. So it looks like there's actually a whole big spinner that you can put in there, which looks really interesting.
Yeah, it's like it's called the space station, but it's like a lazy Susan. So like it just rotates. I will say it takes a little bit the first time you ever download it to your device and start a game, just because it's a heavier game, so there's a little bit more to it, which is why it's taking a little longer. But like the next time you load in, Luke, it should be pretty quick.
Oh, Laura's in.
Yay!
Oh, Ben.
Oh,
yay!
We were the last one to click ready. So, oh look, there's Saturn.
Thank God you
and
chose
the moon. Well, it's got a ring around it, so you know.
That's true. It's most likely Saturn.
And there's probably Mars. And a little meteorite. And another little meteorite. And
yes, just floating around.
And a satellite.
In our environment.
Location clear.
And a moon buggy.
There we are.
There we go.
In.
Whoa. Oh.
Oh no. There we go.
Yeah, it froze just a second. So
okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Now it should be good. All right. So the decisions, Luke, you get to make those because you're the host. So you'll want to use, is it asking about event cards first?
No, it is not responding.
It's frozen for Luke.
All right.
There we go. Yes, it has asked me to. Do we want to play using event cards? Yes or no?
Yes, we can play with event cards and we can play on easy. Essentially, what event cards do is they kind of limit the game to like 20 rounds, and then things will happen during the game. In easy, there will be more good things than bad things, but there still will be bad things that happen.
Yes. And
your planet.
And I think we are going to be using the base boards as opposed to
yes.
In this game. You do also have asymmetric boards, so you can change things up. But I'm going to select that we play with the base boards so that we all know what's going on. Things have appeared. Objectives.
Things have appeared. Those are your objectives. So the way objectives work in Planet Unknown is the objective on your left is the one you're competing with the person on your left for. The one on your right is the neighboring objective with the person on your right.
Ooh,
if you so you don't compete against the whole table. It's just the person on your right and left. They will make more sense once I go over the rules. But you should know if you win an objective, you get 5 points at the end of the game. If you tie, you each get 2 points.
Gotcha.
When you hit ready, you'll see that they go down on the table. You can always, during the game, click on them to see them again.
Yes.
Okay, so we just got life pods put onto our planet. The thing I like to kind of talk about first is I like to zoom into the planet a little bit so that you can kind of see what's going on there. Yeah, you have 2 things on your board, technically. You have on the left side is your planet, on the right side is your resource track. The resource track, we zoom into that, the right board, has 5 different resources on it: Civ, water, biomass, rover, and tech. As you choose polyomino tiles from the center space station and you place a tile on your planet, you're going to get to advance those resources depending on which tile you placed. So each tile has 2 resources. If you place a tile with water and a rover, you get to advance each your water once and your rover once. There's some universal things across each of the resource tracks. There's the gold coins. If you have passed a coin, that's how many points you're going to get for that track. They don't add up. So if you get past the 2 coin, you get 2 points for that track at the end of the game. There are also little like pinwheel things that people say they look like candy. They're called synergy. They're little circles with every color on them. When your cube reaches one of those squares, you get to choose any resource track to advance. So they're kind of like a wild throughout the game. Beyond that, each resource track has its own unique like advancement or things as well. So the Civ has little dome looking things. It has a 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you zoom out and then look at the center below the space station Lazy Susan, there are 4 stacks. When you reach one of those icons on the resource track, you get to draw a card from whatever pile you're at. Those are all helpful. There are some that are going to be more helpful than others, but they're all going to be helpful in some way.
Cool.
Going back to the resource track, the water doesn't have anything unique on the track. However, if you get to the very top, you'll notice that you get more points than the other tracks. So the water, you get the most points if you get to the top. You can also get more along the way too. The biomass has little trees with a little square on the upper right corner. What that represents is a single 1x1 square that you get to place on your planet, essentially helping you fill gaps in your planet. Because the point of your planet is you want to create full rows and columns. So if there's any gaps in there, you won't get points for that row or column. So that's the biomass kind of helps you with that, because they're just little squares that 1x1 that fill in.
Like the treasure cards in Isle of Cats.
Yes.
The little treasure card, the small treasure cards, yeah.
Exactly. The rover gives you rovers. So we're using the base game. So this specific resource track has 2 rovers on it. You can only get 2 throughout the game. For some reason you reach it twice, which sometimes you'll go down on the resource track and then back up. If you've already gotten your 2 rovers, you can't get more than 2. But what they do is they help you clean up your planet, because you notice there's life pods currently on them, which are just 1 point at the end of the game. You can pick those up with your rover. we're also going to get hit by meteorites, and your rovers help you pick those up to clear up your rows and columns. So if there's a meteorite in the middle of your row, you won't get scored for that row as well. So that's what your rover does. It can drive on and off tiles. It just has to stay on the planet. And then lastly is the tech track. Essentially, the tech track allows you to break rules. If you get to level 1, so it says tile adjacency placement restrictions may be ignored. If you haven't reached that, you have to place tiles next to a tile that's already on your board. But if you've reached tech level 1, you get to ignore that now. Biomass tokens normally have to be played as soon as you get them, but if you reach tech level 2, you get to store them to the end of the game, which I always recommend, and it's my favorite tech resource across pretty much all of the different resource tracks you could choose. And then there's a few other ones too, but hopefully they're self-explanatory and you can ask throughout the game too.
Yeah. Sweet.
Going back to the planet, or let me ask first, are there any questions about the resource track itself?
No, I'm good. Dom?
Okay.
Yep, I'm good.
Cool. All right. And then going back to your planet, kind of like I said throughout that explanation, the rows and columns are going to give you points. If you zoom into the planet on the top and then the left-hand side, it has little coins. So it tells you how much the row and the column is. Essentially, the bigger the row, the more points it's going to be, or column. Again, if you don't have if you have things missing in those rows or columns, you won't get those points. And if you have a meteorite in the row or the column, you won't get the points either. On your turn, you're going to get to select one of the 2 resources that are in the section of the space station in front of you. The thing I love potentially the most about Planet Unknown is it's a simultaneous play for all players. Each player will get to be the first player at some point during the game, and multiple times because it'll go around. Sometimes, Luke, you get to start as the first player. That's why it's asking you to rotate the space station.
Yep.
When you're the first player, you can choose it to rotate it as much or as little as you want to. Whatever section is in front of you, you get to take those resources, and whatever section is in front of other people, they get those resources. And then once you place them on your planet, like I said, you advance those resource tracks depending on which tiles you've placed. If you place a water, you only advance your water track if you place at least one of the squares with the water on it on top of the ice on the planet. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Which is the blue bits. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. What am I missing? You can kind of look at your neighboring objectives again and see if they make sense, and feel free to ask if they don't. Usually the picture really helps.
There was something about energy. Is that has a particular placement rule as well?
Oh, yep. I did forget energy. Energy advances the resources. It allows you doesn't have its own track. It works with the other 5 resources.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yep.
I think so.
Okay. They're the tan tiles in the center.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I think that is everything. I'm willing to be corrected. I don't think there's anything else.
All right. I can answer questions throughout the whole thing too, and I might think of more along the way of things to remind you of.
Yeah.
So
let's dig in.
Yep. So as you can see, I have rotated the Lazy Susan, or the Spaceship Susan, as it is called in the rulebook, which is deeply amusing, to this position. Now I have. By the look of things, obviously there are different tactical elements you can go for. You can only see the top 2 tiles that are available on each stack, and we're only drafting one of them. Is that right, from the pair?
Yep, and just one of the 2 on the top of each pile. So there's 2 piles. You get to choose one from the top.
So I am going to go for this current depot.
All right. Then after the person selects the space station, we get the alerts that come from the event deck that we chose to use at the beginning of the game. So the green ones are usually good. So we get to collect a life pod off our planet, which means we don't have to pick it up. Life pods are worth 1 point at the end of the game. And we don't have to use our rover to pick it up. So
we can just pick any of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, any of them. And then I'll move it off your planet for you.
So
to scoring range.
I suppose the only other things in terms of the placement rules is that we start off from the outside and work our way in.
I did. Yep, I did forget to mention that.
That's okay. And
you have to place on the edge of the first play. From there, you just have to place next to a tile.
Again, like Isle of Cats, until you get that first tech upgrade, and then you can just sort of place it wherever you want.
You go diagonally.
No, it has to have at least one orthogonal space.
That's fine. Just need to check.
Frost and GT uses points to make them dizzy. Yeah, sorry. I am spinning around like a lunatic on this.
I would say the Planet Unknown, the angles that I've found are best is I'll look at like my planet and then I'll just like kind of zoom in a little bit. And then when I need to go to the space station, I'll go to the space station. But for the most part, you're a little bit more nitty gritty in your planet.
We can role playing at the same time.
Yes, it's a simultaneous draft. So I think I'm going to take this tile here.
Which I like because as heavy as a game as this can be, like it can be very thinky. It can still go pretty quick just because everyone's making their decisions at the same time.
So let's pop us.
And the meteorites are coming from the meteorite symbols that are on the tiles. Once they're little orange pieces, and once you remove them, even though the icon obviously is still going to be on the tile, but if the orange piece isn't there, that means it's cleared.
Oh, hang on. So my placement is saying it will destroy the life pot, which I presumably don't want to do.
Yes. And no, whatever you want to do is fine. I've played with people that genuinely just, if it's in the way, they just destroy it. They're like, it's just 1 point. I'm like, okay, whatever works.
How do you get them?
You drive your rover over them.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, it's part of the tile placement, so I can always drive the rover there later to pick it up. So I'm just going to place it next to it.
Okay.
Or like if you have an objective, sometimes there's objectives that will say like collect the fewest life pods. So you get 5 points from doing that, if you win. So
I get to bump tech and a bio.
Oh, so you get to bump it for everyone you have.
Yes.
Okay.
So I have finished my turn. Then I believe everything.
All right, now it's my turn.
Dani is the active player.
I'm gonna do this one. All right, we got our event card. Collect a meteorite from your planet.
There aren't any for me.
I had one last turn, so that's just got to do it for me.
Nice.
No need for a rover.
I know, I just chose this depot because I needed a rover.
Apologies, everyone. You are going to get dizzy as I maneuver myself around this.
Okay.
Yeah, one day we'll have I want to see my planet. I want to see the space station where we have like set camera angles.
Yeah.
Do the terrains have to be the same type?
Nope. They're not like the Isle of Cats where they get points for grouping them together. So unless your objective is that. Yeah. But otherwise it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Alrighty, I am going to bump myself up. Let's do an extra.
Yeah, I just got my first synergy off a synth tile.
I pushed myself up on the tech. Which meant I got a synergy, and then I pushed myself up to get a rover, which is nice. So I'm going to place my rover there. So placement of the rover has to go on the tile that has just been played, I believe, based on the fact that it did not let down there.
Yes, Sovereignty saves me a little bit in my descriptions because it won't let people do things. And then people will ask me, wait, why isn't this happening? Oh, yeah, because that's a rule I forgot to tell you.
And then we can presumably move it when we've got these different numbers that allow us to, when we move up the rover track, that's the number of movement we can do each turn.
Correct. And once you have multiple rovers, then that number is divided however you want to. But it's not like each rover gets to do that number. It's just a total number.
All right.
But could be divided.
So, Dom, you are active player this turn. Here, I started off by being slightly mean and going, let's see, what's going to give most people fewer options because it gives them meteorites.
Yes.
These are planets. And
go ahead.
No, go on.
Oh, I was going to say, one thing I didn't explain, which I usually wait a little bit because there's a lot of rules at the beginning, is the end game is either at turn 20 is the last possible round, based on, we're on turn 3 right now. Or if at any point somebody cannot play either of the two options in their depot, so in their section, what happens in that case is everyone else who can play is going to get to choose an actual tile. The person or people that can't choose a tile because it won't fit on their planet get to choose one and advance the resources, but not actually place the tile.
Gotcha.
And then that's the last round. So then scoring will happen after that.
I'm just going to take the meteorites, I think.
There we go. And this time we got a nasty card, didn't we? We got the orange one, so we had to.
Yeah, we got
us back down.
Which it was either
it's a little mean, but there's also red ones that are sometimes a little more mean.
All right, let's go up on my rover. So presumably with the rover's movement, it can take itself off the board, or rather off the placed tiles. It can just move around and then...
Yes, it cannot leave the planet, but it can leave the tiles.
Okay, and then is it the same sort of rules apply that if we were to place a tile that would cover it, it would destroy it, or would it then just go onto the terrain?
Yep, it would. If you place on top of it, it crushes the rover. And like that's the... It comes, more people have more questions if you're playing the asymmetric version.
Mm-hmm.
But like in this case, if you see the rover picture in your resource track at the bottom, do you see that picture?
Yes.
And then how there's two little icons below it.
Mm-hmm.
So that signifies that in the entire game, you can only get 2 rovers.
Gotcha.
And that's important because in some of the resource, oh my gosh, it's planets, and those are called something, and I'm forgetting what they're called. But
are they
those are ones that
they're the same as the corporations in Terraform?
The corporation, thank you. That's the word I'm looking for. You can change planets and corporations in the asymmetric version, and some of the corporations do only allow you 1 rover the entire game. Usually that's because they're helping you in a different way, but your rover isn't your strongest. So, So if you crush it, you can't necessarily get it back.
Gotcha.
What was the rule where water had to be on the ice?
So if you have a blue tile, or tile which has got particle blue on it, the blue has to be touching water. At least one of the segments has to be touching a water space or an ice space.
if you want to.
Otherwise, you don't advance the water track.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you can still play it. It just wouldn't necessarily benefit you.
I understand.
It's usually yellow. Like if you're playing, like we highlight that as yellow because you're not getting the full benefits from it.
Right.
So if your tiles are very yellow, it's just saying like, hey, something might happen. It might be what you want to do, but like it also something other than the norm is going to happen kind of thing. Like crushing a life pod or not getting water advancement.
Like, what? Danger, Will Robinson.
Yeah. Danger, but you can do this, but just make sure you know what's going on.
Are you sure? Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Gain a synergy. All
Nice.
right.
Ooh. That will help undo the thing that ruined us last time.
I have successfully reached my favorite tech level. I'd just like everyone to know that. I can now store my biomass.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, I guess there's a rover. What do I want to stick the rover on? Oh, no, my face is tough. Sure, you can just stay there.
Sure, let's do that. Let's place you there, I think.
Why can the rover only? Where can the rover go?
Rover can go anywhere.
Okay, so
Are
Well,
you
it goes on
placing
the
it?
tile that you just placed, sorry.
no. So, but what's the point of the red rover spaces on the tiles?
It'll advance the resource track. So as you go up the resource track, you're going to get more movement out of it. Like right away, you just place it. And then the next time you move up, you'll get to move it one space. And then as you keep going, you'll actually get a second rover at some point. And then you'll have more movement the more you move up.
So I know that the base game of this does have the solo mode. Is the solo mode also available on Sovranti?
Yes. Careful. It's very addicting.
I'm beginning to get the sense of that.
It's a lot of fun.
One thing that's probably worth mentioning about Sovranti as a platform is it is cross-platform. Like I'm playing this at the moment with the downloaded app, and I think Laura is as well. I think Dom is. But Dani, you're playing it off your tablets,
Yeah, I'm on my tablet.
so you can play cross-platform in that way, which I think is pretty neat.
You can play on phones too. Phones, tablets, computers, iOS, Android, PC, Mac, and the Amazon store.
It's all of it,
Yes.
which is pretty good.
I might have to look at that then, because I've been looking for some solo games for my phone. So if I could get this on my phone and play it solo mode, that could be quite good fun.
Yes. And I do get a lot of questions like, you play this on your phone? And I'm like, I sure do. It's just a little bit more zooming in and zooming out than on a computer, but it's still playable and I play it a lot.
Plus, I think you can also get Dice Miner on there as well. The solo Dice Miner is now also available.
Yep, and the Isle of Cats. So those are our 3 solo modes that are available right now.
Frost Knight GT has just said, I've downloaded the app on my iPad. Just take a look. Whilst you're there, Frost Knight, use the code EatCrit to get yourself 6 days of platinum. And then you'll be able
You do that in the menu and then profile is where you redeem the EatCrit code.
Yes. Righty, let's see what I want to do with myself today.
Spin the wheel.
Yeah, well, it's a question of do I want to spin the wheel or do I want to maintain the wheel? I think I'm going to spin it. It's the question of do I want to just fill out as much space as I can and just use some of the bigger pieces, but that potentially limits me later on? Or do I just go for it and say, let's see what happens? And since we've never played this before, I've got no idea what's the best strategy. Which is all part of the fun. Let's see.
So the rover is purely just to get those little life pods.
Life pods and the meteorites to sort of clean them up a little bit. Let's go with this guy. Yeah, let's go with this current depot. Frost Knight GT, code redeemed. Thanks very much, Frost Knight.
Yay!
We've got a green alert, so we get to choose rover or I've got rover or water that I can put up. It's nice. I'm going to go with water because that gets me a synergy, and then I can upgrade my tech so I can now ignore adjacency.
I got to place a biomass token.
Nice.
Okay. Where can I place that there? That's one of the last time I played. What do I want here?
Dani has finished her turn. Dani is not ready.
I'm not ready. I cancelled.
All right, let's start. Let's bump the Civ track. So I need to start getting some Civ points. Don't want to do tech. No, that's... Yeah. So I've now bumped myself up to the first Civ level. I basically got all of mine up step 4, which is nice. That's aesthetically appealing. So this means I'm going to be drawing one of the 4 Civ cards here at level 1 and getting a small bonus from it.
Yeah. Sweet. Those happen at the end.
End of everyone's turn.
Yeah, after everyone's done.
Gotcha.
Yes,
I think it goes in player order.
I'm joining you in a Civ.
Ooh.
Tiles may be placed anywhere on your planet.
Nice, you got yourself you got yourself your tech. No bot, you're drunk. We're not playing D&D. I'm definitely not DMing things.
Oh, so I can put them anywhere. I don't have to put them adjacent anymore.
Correct.
Oh, that's good.
Let's enable those things and turn off who is playing. Oh, Nightbot. All right, let's see what I can get. I mean, you're going to see these anyway, so I could talk through what these actually are.
It's not like we could do anything about your picks.
No, that's true. So
yeah, and some of them you'll have questions, is my guess.
Yeah, so we have claim commerce agreement cards to score medals. Commerce agreements are... Oh, Dino Corgi. I've just seen Dino Corgi. Thank you for the follow.
Dino Corgi.
Dino Corgi.
That is a great name.
Sorry,
amazing.
Commerce agreement.
Yeah, so the commerce agreement one, and then the one to the right of it about the meteorites, kind of, sort of. They're kind of like, they're set collections. So commerce agreement is a card. That is one of them. If you happen to collect another one in a different Civ pile, then you get to, I think it's like 3 point? I can't see it quite well. But the more cards you collect, the more points you're going to get for the cards. The meteorite one to the right of it that works similar.
Oh, I can't inspect these cards.
Oh yeah, those are activated.
Oh, you're right. There you go. Oops.
You're gonna need to bring the view down on the left. You'll put it in line.
Oh yes, you're right.
All the way down.
That's right. Got my monitors. There we go. Stop moving around. There we go.
All right. So yeah, the commerce agreement is a card. That's one of them. The other ones will look I think pretty much the exact same, with the exception that it won't say Civ 1 on the backside.
Mm-hmm.
But the more you collect, the more points you get based on what it says on that card.
Okay.
And the meteorite one, which is to the right of it, if you have only that meteorite card, you're getting now 2 points for every meteorite. Because normally when you collect meteorites, you do get 1 point for every 3 meteorites.
Mm-hmm.
The main purpose that you're collecting meteorites, though, is to kind of not block your column and row scoring.
Gotcha.
But you do get some points for them too. So if you have one card, you get 2 points for every 3 meteorites. If you have 2 of those cards, you now have 3 points for every 3 meteorites. So essentially every meteorite is point.
Worth a point, yeah.
And then the more you collect, the more points you actually get for each meteorite. So that's how those ones work. Do those make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. And then
Gain a biomass patch, gain 2 medals at the end game.
Yep.
Or take a tile from your depot and place it. Do not advance with resources. That one sounds pretty good. So
I like that one.
Don't get to pick a civ card. Now, presumably, if I place it and it has a meteorite on it,
it will apply the meteorite.
It will also apply a meteorite, but it won't necessarily cause a problem. Okay.
Yeah. Essentially, what it's doing is basically helping you fill more space.
Yeah, which is worth more points.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. That meteorite is quite far away.
Keep in mind, whenever you get to your second rover, too, wherever you place that tile is where the rover goes. So it can kind of help you spread out your rovers a little.
That's true. I'm going to go for this 3-foot because at the very least that is completing my line.
Completing an line already, wow.
Yep. I mean, technically, I've completed a much smaller line, but as well. But I've completed a two-pointer, which is always going to be nice. Yes, for us, Nightbot has decided it didn't want. Oh well, I say Nightbot decided to. I just forgot to adjust it. Oh, hello. We are regressing biomass or water tracker. I thought they said air was breathable. So I'm going to regress my bio. Let's see what we get this time. Ooh.
Lovely.
Yeah, let's do that, I think. Oh, no, undo.
I'm liking this. I already feel like I have a plan. Doesn't mean it's going to work out, but I feel like I understand it enough to have at least a plan.
Some form of a plan, yeah. I'm liking this as well. This is really interesting.
Anywhere.
So it's only just releasing to Kickstarters. I imagine there's going to be the retail version won't be that far away.
Yes, I think so. I don't know if he's announced the date yet, but
who designed this? Do you know?
Yeah, this is from. Do I know? This is from Adam's Apple Games. It's actually we're located in Minnesota in the U.S., which is where they are also located. So, another Minnesota company. Anyway, so yeah, that's the company, and the designer is Adam. One of them. There's multiple designers, but one of them is Adam from Adam's Apple Games.
Nice.
The other one is Ryan Lampert. So
very nice. I
think it's 6 years in design.
Really?
To master.
I mean, it's a pretty good game. I'm enjoying it. I have an overwhelming urge to go Vikings. I don't know why.
Yes. I'm not a Vikings fan, but
fine.
Someone needs to cheer for that.
Someone needs to. I have no idea why.
Funny enough, one of the guys I play Magic with here in the UK is a Vikings fan.
Oh, yeah?
That
must be how that happened, but yeah.
I mean, I arbitrarily, if I ever pay attention to American football, will go for Baltimore Ravens just because I have a hat that is Baltimore Ravens.
Nice.
Because I went to Baltimore briefly for a day, so I bought a hat.
That's awesome.
Makes no sense whatsoever.
I have a hat now.
I was in Washington for much longer than I was in Baltimore, but I still got a Ravens hat.
There you go.
I don't think.
I cannot decide what I want to do. Okay.
Look at your board. Ooh. Got some fun stuff happening there.
Yeah. Taking advantage of not having to be adjacent. I could do that, but I kind of feel like if I start just building randomly, I might have trouble making things join up.
Yeah, there is that issue.
I'm trying to
There
keep
you
things adjacent anyway. We'll see how it works out.
I've completely forgotten that these objective things existed.
Yeah.
Unique areas of tech terrain on your planet. Oh, I see. So they're not all contiguous with each other.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Ooh, I might stand to spin the station.
Uh-huh.
I think I know which way I'm going for. Yes, you will do nice.
They see me roving. They hate it.
Oh, and now I get to do it immediately. Cool.
Yeah, every time you bump the track, you get to maneuver yourself.
Gather the meteorite.
Yay!
So, what would I like to do?
Yes, do I need to do that? It makes sense to do so, I think. Maybe.
Oh, well, I'm only going to get to do that anyway, so...
You drive your rover around and run over them, effectively.
So you don't put a tile on them. You put tile.
No, if you put a tile on top of them, you'll destroy them. Which you can do if you just want, if you can't, because they're only worth a point. So, let's see. Do I want to advance by water or by tech? Let's bump those tracks. For a high water strategy, it may not be the best thing to do, but I'm doing it.
Hey, if you can get all the way to the top, you get a lot of points.
It's worth 10 points. So
Store biomass. Oh, tokens. Oh, so I can store the little ones that I gain.
yes. Are you at level 2 tech? Are you?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't know how. Just
keep playing tech.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't think I'd get to do that. That's cool.
Oh, nice, Dom.
I'm going. I haven't quite finished the bar across the middle, but it's looking good.
Yeah, well, by the time it rolls around to you, you could just get one of those twos and you'll easily go in.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Okay.
I get a biomass.
Getting yourself a sip.
Or I'm not a biomass. I get a sip. There we go.
All right, Laura.
Ooh, what do I want?
To break free.
Obviously.
Instead, obviously, the order will be. That's a Darren Brown show.
What do I want?
Tell us what you want, what you really, really want.
She'll tell you what she wants, what she really, really wants.
La 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 la.
Yes.
That.
Yes, indeed.
Nod sagely, everyone. Nod sagely.
Okay, that might be. Okay.
Ooh, tell me your love away every day.
I don't know.
Decision paralysis.
Lots to choose from.
I get the sense that AP is an issue in this because I mean technically you can just pick up the tiles in the physical game and just sort of pivot them out before you make a decision. But oh, hello, planetary bulletin. Rovers cannot rover this terrain.
They can't move on to rovers, so they can move on to other ones. They just can't move on to the red tiles.
Yeah, but they're no. Oh, I see. So they can't go. Oh, they can.
On this round,
So they can just go
round.
onto. Yeah, they can. So they can go onto the planets. They just can't go onto the red tiles.
Yep. Correct.
Oh, okay. That's nowhere near as problematic.
These are the vehicles you're looking for.
Yeah. I did
The AP in this game isn't too strong. It gets its strongest with choosing the space station, but otherwise, I mean, you have like two options, so it's kind of like
yeah.
okay. But and in the in a solo game and in a 2-player game, it actually just rotates one spot each time, so you're not choosing.
Okay.
in those ones, so there's less AP in that one.
Oh, I see. So you're not making the decision; it just rotates for you, and you just pick.
Yep, it's
Cool.
only in the 3 to 6 players where you're getting to choose at some point.
Nice. All right, let's bump my sieve.
Let's try.
Right, I'm all done. And then it comes around to me.
Yeah, let's try if I move around a bit.
If you play a rover card,
If you bump the rover track, yeah.
you can move it then.
Yes. And if a card comes up that lets you move a rover.
So presumably, if you get to the top of your rover track, you then can't move your rover anymore.
Yes.
You can. It's
But you
the
can.
only one. It's the only one. It says it should say 4+ or
Oh, yeah.
4 infinity sign at the very, very, very top.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you don't actually move the cube, but you still get to advance your rover 4
Oh,
times.
that's okay. Don't have to worry about running out of rover movement.
Yes.
Ooh, you're getting civilized, are you, Laura?
Yes. Well, I'm getting a biomass
Nice.
token.
Putting in a spot. Or are you storing them all away? Are you scribbling
No,
them?
I'm gonna use it now just
Okay.
to flesh out that space.
Why not? All right. I have to rotate the space station, which means I should probably stop moving around looking at the sky. I think I'm actually going to keep it where it is.
Ooh. Okay.
And we can get a synergy. We'll take a happy accident when we can get it. All right.
Nice.
I will take a sieve. Synergy. Take this tile. Nice.
You might have just been quite nicely there.
Let's
Let's give it a
check.
try.
And then rover. All right, my second rover has appeared.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Actually, no, right. I'm going to put it there. Place rover. And with this guy, left.
Damn it.
Gather his life pod. Done. Sweet.
Right. I'm getting more civilized.
Yep, I am about to draw my level 2 Civ card.
Yeah, likewise. We seem to be competing on that.
Apparently, I've left greenery behind and the benefits of getting water and civilization going and just driving. So I am effectively top gear at the moment.
You assume Top Gear has anything to do with civilization?
Well, I mean, it's a television show. What's more civilized than a TV show?
A nice cup of tea.
Yes. Yeah, for which we need water to make a nice cup of tea. Unfortunately, we left all the plants to die, so we can't actually grow.
No, that's what the biomass is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's part of the problem, though. I'm leaving that one behind. So, let's see. Is it just you lot?
Yeah, I placed a rover tile now. I'm moving my rover.
Moving your rover friend.
I got my second rover.
Nice.
Nice.
Where do I want to go? What's still left?
So that was round 9. I think so we've got another 11 rounds to go. I need a quick tip cable. I'm just going to have a nosy at everyone's board. Good Lord, Dom, you have advanced your tech.
Yeah.
At the expense
technology.
At the expense of virtually everything else, but still.
I think I know what I'm doing. I'm doing fairly well on.
You're doing great.
You're doing great. You do you. All right, let's have a look at what Civ cards I have this time. We've got the Commerce Agreement has come up again. We have collect 2 life pods from the planet. Advance any 3 different trackers once each.
Wow, that's good.
Teleport a rover to any grid square on the planet or tiles, and then the meteorite thing. And I am going to advance 3 different trackers.
Nice.
That's really good.
So let's move my tech up first, because that upgrades. And switch the rover. This one's just going to start scurrying around for that life pod.
How did you switch rovers? Just clicked on it.
Yeah, there was an option that said switch rovers. Dom, what did you take as your Civ card?
Do I have to tell you?
I mean,
No.
Play it close to your chest.
I mean, technically no. Just thought you might like to share.
No, he's got a game plan.
Oh, I see. Let's see where this is going. All my information's open because
We've learned this in D&D. If you want to win, don't tell the dungeon
Uh-oh.
master what to
Red
do.
alert. Do not gain
Aw.
milestone benefits when advancing your tracks.
Okay.
No.
That's not so bad because none of my tracks are in a position where they're going to gain milestone benefits. So
Okay.
that's kind of okay.
So how does that work with things like where you'd get another Civ card? Does that mean you wouldn't get them?
No, you just wouldn't get it by the look of it.
I
Maybe
can't
wrong.
remember.
Wow.
I can't remember how it works
Okay. I shall avoid that then.
with the future. Like, I don't know if you get it next round then. I don't think you do.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
It is. It's a mean one.
Don't really want to stake that. The alternative is taking that, which is arguably even worse.
With the exception of, I think, the tech track. I think the tech track might be an exception. Because you won't get it that round, but you will have it for the future. I think that's the difference, if I remember right.
The rover track still gets the movements. You just don't get any of the benefits of getting an extra rover, I would guess.
Yes. According to the don't get the tech level that round.
Yeah.
Oops.
This board is filling out nicely.
It's always nice.
It is deeply satisfying and zen to put this out, even though you know that point scoring at the end is going to be chaos.
Absolute chaos.
Right. Are we just waiting on you, Dom?
Yep, I'm just doing a little bit of driving with my rover. Cutting together a meteorite.
Nice.
Resisting the urge to make Pac-Man noises. Around it goes. Yeah, we will do.
It is, yeah. Put on some thicker if you want.
Orange.
What are we losing this time? Regress rover or biomass?
Oh.
I will regress rover then if I must.
Likewise. Yep, we go with the rover again.
Okay.
Right. Is it time for stage 2 of my plan to activate?
The end of the world?
Yes, I believe it is.
There we go. Okay.
Okay.
Curious about what Dom's genius plan is. That's all it is.
Whether it's genius remains to be seen.
Well,
But
it's certainly something. I don't know what it is yet. It's certainly something.
it is a plan, and any plan is better than no plan.
There you go.
I don't know. Here I go again. What do I want to do?
On the plus side, you're only going to have to do this twice more after this round.
Oh,
So
yay.
I would.
Oh, Luke, it looks like your the Twitch name is backwards. It's actually Planet Unknown.
oh, we got it. Yeah. My
All
Alright.
good.
It's
Who was playing Planet Unknown? Oh, they put it in the actual Twitch stream details.
Yeah. It says unknown planet.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Okay. Or in the description. I don't know what that's called.
It's the title of the thing. So let's Planet Unknown. Doop. I have no idea if that's going to change it, but it will.
You did.
Yay! Is that the screen?
Yay.
Yeah, I'll update it on the VOD. Sorry.
That's some ominous flavour text on that card.
I heard of the. Hang on, I think it needs to be read in this voice. I heard of the experiments.
Oh yes.
The right voice for it.
Much
all right,
better.
up the tech tracker and the biomass. I think tech. Now I get a +1 for my rover movement.
I'm going to place you. Good question. Let's take and figure this out. Illegal, and I believe it fits with the plan, so let's go with it.
Yeah, that works. Okay, let's do that.
So what other games have you been playing lately?
Ooh, what did we play most recently? That's a very good question. You and I, Laura and I have been playing a lot of games. We did a count the other day of how many games we've played since we started dating a year and a half ago.
Ah.
143, was it?
141.
141. This time, 142.
142. So in a year and a half, we've played 142 different games.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And that's probably still missing a few.
Yeah, we've been we set ourselves a challenge at the beginning of the year to play through our collection so that we could clear some out that we didn't necessarily we didn't like anymore, and to rotate stuff in. And then we went to Aircon and we sold a few at the Bring and Buy, which was nice.
Oh, nice.
We
bought a few at the Bring and Buy, which was nice.
Which was even better. I got such a good deal on Tapestry and the 15th anniversary edition of Ticket to Ride Europe. That's
awesome.
I had a great day. Yeah, we've been playing a lot. What did we play last week? Apart from Dice Miner. We played Dice.
The Shop Magic.
Merchants of Magic.
Which was a good.
Yeah, which is set in the Set the Watchtale universe. It was a really good little run. Right? I wrote a review for it for Zatu. And I gave it a 90. I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it. Really I think it was that design. I think it was that designer's debut as well. I spoke to them after them, not certain on the pronouns, but I spoke to them shortly afterwards because they tweeted about it. I thought, "Ooh, this was me." All right, let's. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm rotating things. Done.
I went to I went to visit my family at the weekend, my parents, and we often play games together. So we played Duck Duck Go, which is a sort of hex-based racing game, I suppose, where you're having to select your movement from cards to move your deck around. It's nice. fairly simple, but it's good fun.
Yeah.
We also had some Polyminos because we played New York City, which is
nice.
Okay.
Good game. And a bit of roll and write with Railroad Ink Challenge Green, because I picked that up the other day.
Railroad Ink is such a good game.
Oh, yes, and Kodama 3D, which I think Laura at least would like, because you're essentially building a 3D tree as part of the game.
Oh, I like building.
Yeah, it's very cute. Relaxing. Almost zen. So yeah, good stuff.
Oh yeah, zen
awesome.
Things.
What about you, Dani? What have you been playing recently?
Sorry, overthinking my placement.
You're right.
We played Sagrada again, which we play a lot of at our house. It's just a really good, quick game to pull out. We actually played Dice Miner equivalently, like equally, between Sagrada and Dice Miner. We go back and forth between it. What else? We played Silver and Gold from Pandasaurus Games. It's a flip and write. I really like that game.
I've heard good things about it, apart from the fact that it's a terrible title.
Title.
It's just the title, because it's all about finding treasure on a map, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like you have 2 active cards and it has different shapes, kind of like a polyomino, but flipping, right? So like the cards that flip over are polyomino shapes, and then you fill in that shape on one of your 2 active cards. If you cross off certain things, you get to do other certain things depending on what you crossed off, and then you just add up all your points at the end of the game, essentially. But I really like it because it plays pretty quick, and it can be thinky, but it's also like simple. So, and I was teaching it to my brother-in-law because he hadn't played it before. So it's a really quick teach too. So that's always nice. So we played that, and then I think that's what I played in recently. So
I think I'm planning on playing, because Laura's heading up to Birmingham to do a shopping weekend with her sister and some family.
Fun.
And I'm not going because I don't need clothes. So I'm gonna sit at home with the dog, and I think I'm probably going to play the solo modes of Paladins and Viscounts of the West Kingdom. I'm going to try and because I will have the space and the table and the playmat, so I'm just going to try and back-to-back those and see how I get on.
Yeah.
Because I love Architects of the West Kingdom. It's probably my favourite game I discovered last year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's so good.
I have to try that one. I've been meaning to try it at a convention sometime, but
I will more. It's on Tabletopia, so I'm more than happy to play with you on Tabletopia at some point.
Okay.
Dom, because we've played it 3 times on stream. I played it solo, 2-player with Dom, and we did a 5-player game.
That was good.
Did a full player count on that one. It was surprising how timing wise it didn't make any difference to the length of the playtime. The fact that we were playing with 5 players, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will be more than happy to bring you back to, if you want to play it, well, just outside of this, or if you want to play it on stream, I'm more than happy to accommodate.
Cool, thank you. Appreciate it.
Anytime. As you may have gathered, I like playing games.
Yeah.
We had a game night last Saturday, in fact, or I did anyway. Had a game day where we played Escape the Dark Castle. We played a lot of Strike.
Yeah. Quite
good fun. That's a lot of fun. It's really hard to get in this country, but I got lucky. We played Dead of Winter, the new edition of Libertalia by Stonemeyer.
Okay.
That's really nice. It's updated a lot of things about between the first and second edition in the last, over the 10 years, and the artwork is really pretty. So I think it's a theme that a lot of second edition games are doing this year, particularly around now, is that the artwork is going from being as if it's set in the DC cinematic universe, sort of dark and gritty.
Sure.
And it's now a lot brighter. And I've just realised I'm supposed to have taken a towel. I've just been waffling.
Waffle.
But it just got some really pretty artwork on it, that I think is great. And the artwork was, I'm fairly certain Lorenzo Smith, I think, is the name of the artist. I'm not 100% certain, but it's really good art and done by a person of colour, which I think is it's just fantastic art to see. And it's good to get a little bit more out there.
That's awesome. I always greatly appreciate artwork in board games because I don't have that talent. So I've always appreciated it. But it's really fun to see it in board games, and they're all different in their own way, but yet still really good most of the time. I really appreciate the artwork of games.
Yeah, there is some. You can get some really beautiful games out there. There are some which the artwork is awful, and it just.
This is true. Yes.
I mean, what was the one that we played recently that the artwork was just trash?
They're not all equal.
Amazement.
Yeah.
But then there's sometimes ones where it's so bad it's good. I've got a deck builder called Dark Gothic, and you can tell the art on the cards is basically the people that made the game dressing up and being photographed.
That's awesome.
It's hilarious, and it's on that perfect borderline where it's just sort of bad enough to be brilliant.
Yes.
They knew what they were doing.
Yes. They had a plan.
Dom and I are competing for the Sid card again, but Dom gets first pick this time. So it'll be telling when it comes to me, and I know which one. I get the idea which one's going.
Oh, I think you're going to guess what's going on.
Yep. I will not.
I think you're going to like what you're guessing.
I am liking that. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I could have looked and gone, can I miss you up? But no, I'm going to stick to my own game plan.
Yep, I can see what you're doing there. All right, let's see what I can do here.
I will say, I think I forgot to mention it, but it's usually never an issue. There's actually one more way the game can end is if an entire depot section is completely empty. Like,
yes,
both piles are empty, but we haven't. I've heard this so many times. I've never come across that. So, but it is an end game. But
yes, something to be aware of. All right, I have got plenty of movement for my rovers. I am just moving them all to safety so I can just put tiles down wherever I want, because I think I've gathered all my life pods now.
Can your rovers like move? Can they only move on tiles?
No, they can roam out onto the planet.
Yeah, they just have to stay on the planet. They can't like
go in the space.
Go off the planet.
Yeah, they've got booster rockets.
They don't fly. They need to be on the ground.
Understand.
The only downside to driving them off the tiles is that then if you put another tile on top of your rover, it squashes it and destroys it.
Oh, don't want to do that.
I have gone for some pretty broken combination here. So I got the advance any 3 tracks in 3 different ways, and in doing so, I've managed to move a number of tracks about 6 different times. So it has.
Oh yeah, that's broken.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
What's it doing? What?
So because I got the advance any 3 different tracks.
Yeah.
But in doing so, by bumping tracks up, I've managed to get myself another synergy. So I've been able to move more things.
Oh yeah, you just
another
keep
synergy.
going.
So Luke just called it broken. No, that's called smart game playing.
Yeah.
It's a pretty sweet combo. Do I want to? The thing, my water is quite high at the moment, so getting the next level tech is not that much of an issue. And I've got 2 rovers out, and all my meteorites are going to be in this cluster, so I'm going to go for Civ, I think, as my last thing.
Yay, it's my turn.
It is.
I think I'm going to take this one.
I also like that in this game, though, we have absolutely no idea how anyone is doing other than life pods and meteorites in terms of scoring.
I mean, you could take a guess.
Yeah, I mean, you can see their
the
columns.
Yeah, but
You can see the objectives. So, but it's ever changing.
There's a lot of extra work for not a huge amount of reward. I suppose it's just easier to wait till the end, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I usually only pay attention to my neighboring objectives in terms of other people's boards. Like, am I beating this person in this objective? And then but I'm a very like focus on your own board kind of player.
Yeah. Me too.
Not a very defensive player.
Let's see, there's energy resources.
What sort of piece would I like? Okay, I'm going to be a bit of a lure. I'm not quite sure what I want this time.
Bit of a Laura, did you say?
Yeah.
Wow. The term has been coined.
It's a compliment. At least something's named after you.
Thank you.
Yes.
What do I say?
Yeah, is that a compliment? Should I be?
It's certainly a statement.
Yes.
It's something.
Yeah.
You said it snowed today?
Yeah,
Oh,
we've
on
had
and off and on and off. It probably snowed about 7 times today.
Oh my.
Yeah.
we've had a lot of random moments of snow just throughout the day. I've been looking out my window, just going, "Oh, it's snow," and then there's the sun. Oh, it's snow again.
Yeah.
It's done. No.
It's not been. I mean, it's been like 7 degrees centigrade, so it's been too warm for it to stay settled.
Okay, well that's good.
But it's just one of those things of really more of this. Make up your
More
minds.
of this.
All together or not at all, please.
Okay, I think you'll do. Let's try this.
So, you know,
Orange alert! I picked the wrong slice of pie.
Oh,
Dom.
tiles cannot be placed on the edge. Okay,
Okay.
that's not too bad.
That's not so bad.
Okay. Oh, I think that has screwed me.
Oh no.
Yeah, that has screwed me. Oh well. Okay, what am I going to do now?
Panic. Cry.
All of the above.
Yeah, you decide.
Yeah.
Dealer's choice. Oops, no, that was not what I wanted to do.
Okay, it's suboptimal, but I can make this work, I think. Yes. No? No.
What turn are we on? 15?
15, yeah.
Okay.
Do I like that? No, not really. Am I going to change it?
Like that.
Am I going to change it? No. I'm going to leave it as it is. Actually, what was the other?
Destroy life pod.
That is evil.
You've met Dom, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if I've met this Dom.
I don't do evil often, but it's fun every now and again.
That's what they all say. All right.
I mean, it's you that cooked to me when you had me play. Was it a Vakshasa? You got me to fill in as one of the baddies in the fight when
Yeah, your character died for some reason. Oh no, it was because we had a large party and it was split. So just like, here you go, here's some other characters to deal with.
Yes, and
I
yeah,
didn't
really
want
just
to be
being
a boss.
evil.
Yeah, why not? Let's go.
Don't care about.
Let's skip that and leave it there for now. And bump my water. All right. Oops.
Okay, so yeah, the rovers can't fly in space, but they are amphibious and can go across water.
Well, those are just ice tiles, of course. It's just planetary ice. Hasn't yet developed into water.
I think they want to put tiles on the water because you've got like the almost Bond villain looking
Hydropods.
things.
Yeah.
The pod, yeah.
All right, Laura.
Hello. What do I want?
I have to say, the rover looks a bit like someone took a Starfleet shuttle and strapped wheels to the sides of it.
You can inspect the rover if you wanted to get a good 3D view of it.
I mean, why not? Look at that.
Ah.
We're filling in some more rows and columns, really. I think I'm neglecting that a bit. How many turns have we got?
We've got 5 turns left. This is round
Okay.
16 that Laura is starting. So we've got another 5 turns, and then we will be into final scoring. So everyone's going to get one more turn at commanding and rotating the spaceship. Yeah, that is what
I
I'm
don't
thinking.
Don't know what to go for.
Whoosh.
Mounting at me.
Oh goodness me, it's just deciding what am I gonna do? Oh, I could do that actually. That might not be a bad idea. Oh. Spin.
Planetary Bulletin. What do we get?
Oh, 3?
But
Oh,
Oh,
don't
do
get
not
there.
gain the benefits.
Ooh.
And it just kind of jumps you up on that.
Oh, okay.
Now, that's unfortunate.
Water, civil bio.
I think bio for me.
This is most useful. Probably you.
Yeah.
Whoa, what happened there, camera? What are you doing? There we go.
Let's get that stored first.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, no, I did too. I did the wrong thing. Oh, well.
Okay, you've got time to adjust it.
Yeah.
Take that and that. That's probably a good plan.
Dear viewers in chat, I am probably going to go for this tile. Don't you look at my board.
Oh, don't talk to people about what you're going to do.
I'm talking to chat. Chat is there cheering me on, I'm sure. Although having said that, I'm fairly certain Dani's also in chat, so you know that's.
Yeah.
If you are in chat, let us know who you're cheering for.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yes.
All right, I have got Civ 4, so let's see what I can get this time. So I can get 2 medals and advance any track once. I could get the Commerce Agreement and ruin Dom's day. I could destroy any 3 meteorites. I could get the Meteorite Repo cards, which at this point is probably a bit too late. Or I could gain 3 biomass patches, which I think I'm going to go for, because that fills in some nice little spots. There. Or do I store them all to the end? No, I might as well place them. I've only got single. If I'm going into single spots, I might as well place them now. I'll store that one. Okay. It's a me.
Lucio.
All right. Oh.
Rover can't move on to water terrain this round.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Not the worst thing.
Not great for me, but maybe I can just avoid taking favours.
Excuse me.
Looks like I can avoid selecting rovers, doesn't it? Where should I put you? What are you?
What are you? Bump that by attack. Gets rid of the biomass.
Oh, yes, that's a good place to
Guess that hit.
I'm just going to move.
It sounds like the other human has returned, which has meant the dog is happy.
Yay!
Your dog always seems happy.
Yeah, well, only if there's a person around. If she's on her own, she does tend to sulk a little bit, I think.
She goes, she's not with anybody.
Yeah, especially when she can. It's worse when she can hear you, like you've gone up to bed or something, and you've wandered off. You've left her downstairs. If you go out, she will sit on the doormat, which I think is a bit.
Oh.
She just loves people.
She does.
Oh no.
Do not gain milestone benefits for advancing the tracks.
Oh god damn it.
Okay.
Well, that's happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I really don't want that track, so I guess I'll take that one.
All right, let's do this guy then. Put that there.
Is there much point once you kind of because you could have meteorites, couldn't you?
What was the question?
if you've
another 2 turns in which we're going to be placing stuff down, so you could gain more meteorites.
It's okay. It's only just because I've really not got a lot of space.
Let's go there. I think I'll pop in the middle, because why not? All right.
Bit more driving throughs. Yeah, those event cards, they can be a bit annoying sometimes, but it does. It helps shake things up, doesn't it? You can't just go, oh yes, I think this is the optimal strategy. I'm going to do it regardless. You've got to
plan around it a
to
little bit.
deal with the unexpected.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm already going to say that I would be up for playing another game of this another time. Maybe the asymmetric version, the advanced version.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed this. This is really interesting.
Good. I'm glad.
This is a really nice implementation as well. I think doing this on something like Tabletopia would be quite fiddly.
Yeah.
I think that's the same thing that Dom, you and I had when we played Tapestry that time. We thought doing this fully ourselves would be a little bit much.
Fiddly.
Yeah. But on something like Board Game Arena or this, it works out really nicely. But this has the nice aesthetic.
Thank you. It definitely took quite a lot of time for our developers. Not necessarily for the base version, but because there's so many different rules involved in the asymmetric version, because basically it's all new planets and all new corporations. So it took a lot of time, but it's so much fun and I really enjoy it. But yeah.
No, it's worth it. It's worked out really well. Let's see how Dom is going to ruin my day.
If I do, it's going to be purely coincidental.
Well, I'm realizing, and I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm realizing that if things play out the way that I want them to, and I get the right depots, I could fill my board.
There you go.
What happens if you can't place a tile on your board because it doesn't?
It triggers the end of the game. I think everyone else
can't play both of the 2 options. If you can play one of them, you have to play that one.
Yeah. If you can't,
but if you can't play, it's going to trigger the end, which means that everyone else who can play will still get to choose a tile, place it, get resources. What you would get to do is choose a tile. You can't place it, but you can advance the resources for it.
Okay, let's.
Okay.
Max. Meteorite.
Yeah, I can ship one. Not funny, was it one? Oh, no, okay.
Let's do this. Okay. Check first. Oh, hang on. Wait. Do it that way around. That might benefit from boards, potentially. We have unlocked double water progression, which is not bad given that I've only got 2 spaces left on my water track.
Oh. You only get it by placing a tile with water advancement, though.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't think any of the tiles that I could get will trigger water because I've only got 1 water space or 1 glacial planetary ice space that's available. So I'm not going to get the full 10 points, which is a little disappointing. Never mind. I made my choices.
Yeah.
Might be able, you could probably still bump your water up with the synergies, couldn't you? Unless you're too.
I don't think where I am, I'm going to get.
Or energy.
Or energy. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on what tiles come up. I don't think I'm going to get enough synergies and energy to be able to do that. It's possible. I might be able to, but I don't know. I'm going to choose not to move the last rover and confirm my turn. It's done. Dani gets Civ 3.
And I
John
get
gets Civ 4.
Yeah, and I'm going to have my 4th commerce agreement card.
Yep.
Ooh.
That's a nice 10 points for you.
Yep.
Round 20, so this is the last round.
Yep. So, Laura, if you love me, you won't ruin my day.
There's literally only 1 space with a shape that I can pick. Oh no, there is another one. Which is going to do me better.
Yeah, I think I've done quite poorly on filling in my planet. We'll see.
Oh, I don't know. Do that. Actually, I think that's going to be better. Yes.
Oh, red alert.
Oh no.
What are you going to regress?
Oh no.
Oh, I can't see it.
Add one of your meteorites to an empty symbol on your planet. No.
That thing almost clipped me.
Okay.
Okay, that changes things.
A meteorite's back.
Right. So.
I've
do
not
not want it there or there.
Why do we not want meteorites?
They're negative points at the end, I believe.
Oh, okay.
If there's a meteorite in a row or column, that row or column doesn't score. I believe.
Oh, good
Correct.
Lord.
That's annoying.
Is that right? Is that right, Dani?
Yep, that's right.
In which case, where can I put it? Ow! Fudge. Okay, in which case, let's put it in a row or column that is going to be the least damaging to me.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and I've just got to think about what
Because I can apparently I can only take 1 tile. So, oh, that's why. I couldn't see from the angle I had that this had that shape. So I can only take this tile, which is not the end of the world for me. I can place it there. Or there, apparently.
going to biomass those.
Get a tech.
Is that as well? I think it is.
Blind.
I'm going to get some low regardless of which bit I take.
Oh no. That's gutting. The one that I want to lie down is going to give me a meteorite, which is going to absolutely.
Can you not move your rover?
No. It's not a rover. It's not got a rover on it. There was no shapes on there. And most of them have got rovers on it, but there was no shapes on there that I could pick that would fit. Oh, damn it. Oh, well. Committed now.
Oof.
Oh, no, I had a connection issue.
Oh, that's okay. It's showing
now-
you back in.
Okay, but unfortunately, it's not bringing my pieces back.
Oh,
No.
because reconnected. Are you back in?
I am in, but I'm not allowed to choose anything. So,
Oh no!
sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sending in a ticket for our support.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, does that mean that you've not had your last turn?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh no!
Oh, I know.
That's getting right at the end.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, you had so many tiles to place down.
I feel bad that you can't finish the game. Oh my gosh, I hate that. Let me try a few options here.
Okay. I mean, worst case scenario,
Sorry.
it's fine. It happens. Worst case scenario, what we can do, we can try and, if you tell us where you're going to place them, we can just try and figure it out and work out the points that way. Be logging in on your desktop.
Yeah, see if that works.
Have a quick nosy at
guess
everyone
it
else's
won't,
boards. Oh, you've made quite a nice, neatly filled in planet, Laura.
Thank you. That was kind of just all I was doing.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
I think
so-
it's
so is
broken.
Lou.
I'm so
Oh, no.
sorry.
Is it worth us all coming out of it and coming back in again, or will it cause the same issue, do you
I
think?
think it would just cause the same issue where you can't see the piece, which this doesn't usually happen. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It happens.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Anyway, so okay. All right. So for final scoring, so imagine where you're gonna put your 3 biomass tokens.
All right. I know where mine were going to go. I have 2, so mine was going to go
Okay.
here. One was going to go here on this water space in that spot there to fill out that row and column. And then I was probably going to put it here just so it gets this column or this row. I've only got 2 of them left. So shall we try and do this individually and we can see how it. to do on the iPad.
It's name and icon only.
That's okay. We can add in rounds as we go, can't we?
All right.
Add in an extra slide.
So first thing would be that the rows and columns scoring. So if you zoom into your planet, the top will say how much that row or column is. If there's any holes or meteorites on them, it will not score those points.
Okay.
It's not negative or anything. It's just it doesn't score.
So let's start with me. So Dom, if you want to sort of do this on your own, and I'll do it on my side.
A bit of paper and pen and working it out.
It's okay. Though.
And imagining my biomass.
Do you want to? Let's not worry about it. We can just do it. On.
Oh,
did you just get it up? I'm sorry. Get it if you.
No, too late. Gone now again. There's no point. I have to redo it again. It's fine.
Sorry. All right. Do you want? If you want to keep track
I've got it.
Oh, okay. Sweet. All right. So with each of those, so I have 1, 2, 3. This was going to be filled in. 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus another 6. So 10. 13. That one wasn't going to be filled in. 14, 15, 16 meteorite, 17 for columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8, 11, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I got 18 for my columns and rows.
What we're just adding up the points on the outside for each column and row filled.
Yes, completely filled in other meteorites. So 18 for me.
That's interesting. I thought you'd have a lot more than that. I've got 16.
Yeah, nice. I've got a couple of holes and meteorites, so
I do have holes and meteorites, but I sort of managed to cluster all the meteorites into like 2 columns, so it didn't really get in the way too much.
How did you do, Dani?
I can't see mine, unfortunately, so I don't know.
Do you want me to? If I switch to your view, and then you can maybe see it on the screen.
Sure.
Let's bring it back and over the top. That is not helpful. What am I doing, sir? Sir.
Can we do rows and columns?
Rows and columns.
Oh,
yes.
I got 26.
What? Jesus!
Wow. It looked like you did a good job filling in your planet.
I only had 1, 2, 3.
Or you can skip mine, Luke. It's okay.
5.
Because I didn't place my last one either, so don't worry about mine.
I feel like I need to double check mine again. No, I think it's worth doing, Dani, because you've got you played the game. So I know. See, have you got any Civ cards which are end game scoring?
Yeah, I have a few, but not for rows and columns purposes.
Okay, so let's have a look. So we've got 1, 2, 3. That doesn't fill. 4, 5 plus 6 is 11. So we've got 11 that way. Then we have 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Plus, I've definitely got my scoring wrong. 21.
21.
21 for you.
All right.
I'm going to come back and check mine because I feel like I've done something wrong here.
Yeah, you've got a lot filled.
I've filled in pretty much every column and row apart from a couple of bits, so I feel like I think what I've probably done is I've counted it and then forgot to sum them. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 13.
The next thing for those who are ready is the highest like medal value in your resource track. So if you're at or past a medal, that the most recent medal is the one you count. So if you're past the 1, the 2, and you're at the 3, you only get the 3.
And the top rows are all 5s apart from water, which is a 10. Oh yeah, you could just see through the translucent cube.
Yes, if you zoom in enough, you should be able to see it.
Again, they're just points as well. So 3, 5, 8. Oh, 3, 8, 11.
34, that's what I actually got.
So we can only accept your first answer.
Sorry, Dani, I was busy counting. Is the medal tracks, is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
See. Let's see if there's a medal or not.
So I've got
20 points on medals. On
16 for me.
on the tracky board, anyway.
And you're only counting the most recent one you're past, right? Not all of them. Okay.
Yeah.
That's like the
8, 15.
I got to the top of the water once.
that's 7.
Is that a 7?
There's a 7 underneath it, yeah.
Oh, in which case I'm on that now and I didn't see that.
So do I get 3, 10? Yeah, 16.
3, 10.
What was your sorry, Dom?
20.
I got 16 as well.
16 for Laura. And then I'll switch over to Dani View. Dani Cam, we've got 3, 5 to 8, 10, 12 for Dani.
Thank you. I appreciate you doing all the manual scoring.
No, it's okay. What is next to count up?
Next is life pod points. So you get 1 point per collected life pod. And meteorites is 1 point for every 3 of them. You have to have 3. You don't split up the 1 point.
I'm sure I have more meteorites than that.
Okay, so over to me.
And then that's where if you have a Civ card, it would come in.
Yes.
Which I think I have those ones. But
So I have 6. I have all 6 life pods, and I had 7 meteorites, so I get 6 plus 2, so I get 8.
Okay, I know this is glitched because, oh no, I'm looking at yours. I was thinking, I've got way more meteors than that. Okay, yeah, 5 life pods.
5 life pods, and how many meteorites?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So
3. So 8 for that one total. Dani, you have 3 life pods, and you have 9 meteorites. Now,
okay, and I get 9 points for my meteorites because it eventually was 3 points for every 3 meteorites.
Gotcha. So Dani gets 3 plus 9, so 12.
3 plus 3.
3. Oh no, it's 3 points.
3 for every 3. It's 1 for every 3.
Yeah, so then becomes 3 for every 3. So 9 plus 3, so 12. There you go.
And then the next thing is end game.
Dom,
sorry, what?
Dom, what was your meteorites and
life pods?
4.
Really? Oh, crikey.
Dom destroyed things.
I didn't pick up the life pods because I'm
It's
going
our
to
goal.
get 5 points for collecting the least of them between myself and Dani.
Yes. So now we have the end of game objectives. Is that right?
Yep. So if you have a Civ card that is an end game point value, I think it's usually just coins. You just get to add those. I didn't have any of those.
Yeah, my nice 10 points for the 4 commerce agreements. Oh, that's weird. It's just popped up on my one with synergy. Select the track to advance.
Oh, did you click cancel on something?
Oh yeah, I did.
Doing.
It's just not letting me add it in.
Okay.
Yeah,
We can just add it into the previous. Just sum it up on there.
yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah, because I thought I was clicking cancel to get rid of the close-up card view. It must have been cancelling my turn.
So Dom, you got 10 points for your Civ cards, yes?
Yeah.
Laura, do you have any Civ cards in hand? End game points?
I don't know. No.
I
didn't even.
Definitely don't.
Wait, so Tom got 10. Dom got 10.
Yes, Dom got 10 for his first.
I don't know. I don't know if I got anything. I don't know.
No, you don't. You don't have any face down that I can't.
Okay.
No.
They would be sitting below your.
No. Oh yeah. No, I chose immediate benefit.
Yeah, so did I. Okay, so then
Did Dani get any? Oh, that was her meteor up.
Yeah, we got that already.
Yeah.
So
and then neighbor objectives is the last thing.
So let's go. We'll start from. Well, let's go from between me and Dani, and then we'll just rotate. We'll just go around the board.
All right.
So the first one there is between us is have the most unique areas of tech terrain on your planet. This is the grey.
I think I'm to your left.
You are to my left, yes.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm behind on stream.
That's okay. I was
Sorry,
looking at the Laura's, and it's fine. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 areas of tech. Dani, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right.
So that is
You get
5 points.
You get 5 points. Yep.
All right. Then the one that is to the left of you and Dom, which has just disappeared for some reason. Why is that flown
You're
off?
looking at Dani's camera, not yours.
Sure. No, that's okay. So it's collecting the least life pods between Dom and Dani. So Dani, you collected 3. Dom, you collected 1.
Yep. So Dom gets 5 points there.
Okay. Then between Dom and Laura, I'll go to Laura's view because that's easier to see that. If I can stop spinning around like a lunatic. Have the largest single area of biomass terrain on your planet.
Yes, I have 9 squares connected together. How did you do, Laura?
10.
Oh.
Well done.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10.
Nice.
5 points for Laura.
Oh, that was the only thing I was paying attention to as well.
5 points for Gryffindor. And then finally have the most energy resources on the edge of your planet. Now, this is presumably if it's that icon. Is that right, Dani?
It's I think with resource, it's the any tile that is tan.
Oh, okay. So it's not it. Okay, because the card suggests that it's the actual symbol itself.
Oh, I think that's meant to represent
That okay.
that color.
Okay. Okay, we'll do it that way. We'll do it by the color because that's easier. Either way, though, I think Laura, you've only got 1.
Yep.
I have. If it's the way that I was originally interpreting it, I also have 1, but I have others which have got the tan color dotted around. So if we're saying it's the color of the tile rather than the actual symbol,
I mean, if it's difference between
I think
points,
it is.
I'm gonna have to look at the thing because I am stingy with my points.
she is. It's either going to be we both get 2 points or I get 5. So it depends.
Well,
Am I winning by
I
3?
want them points. I don't know. I mean, no, you're absolutely smashing it. But if I want, like, I'm gonna get them points where I can.
At the moment, you're tied with Dom, so you kind of want
Let me see if I can check the rules quick and see if it's specified.
That's right. It does have a handy dandy.
At the last page is like the glossary.
Yeah.
I'm inclined to say it's just the tan that matters because that seems to be how it worked with the resources that were triggered off placing the energy tiles. I was able to collect.
Why does this resource one of 2 icons on a tile, but the terrain is the rest?
So it says it says resource is one of the icons, and I think the card does say the energy resources rather than the energy terrain.
Oh.
So I think that means that it's a tie and we both get 2 points.
I'm happy with that.
There you go.
Yeah, I think it's because it's the wording of resources rather than the terrain. I think the previous one was terrain, yeah. So we both get 2 points.
Yeah.
Yay!
And I think that is everything.
I think so. That should be it.
All right, so final scores. I'll do this in a Sovranti podium style, because why not? In last place with 45 points is Dani. We will never know if that was because of
it's all good.
the tile placement or what, who knows. In third place, getting the bronze and avoiding the shiny black box of shame, is Dom with 55 points.
What?
Yeah, you beat him by 2. Laura with 57 on silver, and I got 65.
Needed them points.
Wonderful.
I got 55. So
Good game, everyone.
Good game. Well done.
It does a really nice scoring animation, I promise.
There we go. We'll definitely have to play again.
We'll have to come back and see how it goes this time, if we give it another go and have a look at the animations and see how it all scores out. And probably give it a go asymmetrically as well, just to give all that a go. Because I think the asymmetric powers, it's like the ones on Architects of the West Kingdom. I haven't had a look at them. They give you different benefits and put you in different places, and it's real interesting. So, all right. Well, Dani, thank you so much for joining us. And
yes, thank you.
Coming back again. Thank you, Frost Knight, for saying GG, everyone.
Thanks, Frost
Good
Knight.
game. Dom, Laura, thank you very much for joining me as usual. I will see you both tomorrow for D&D. I mean, I'm going to see you in about 3 seconds when I switch
I'm
things
not
off.
leaving your site, basically.
But don't say it like that. They will put me on another watch list.
D&D.
D&D. Frost Knight said it beats my current score of 0. Is that because you haven't started the game yet, Frost Knight? Or all right, let's see who is going at the moment. Panda Angel is streaming at the moment, so we'll go and raid Panda Angel.
Awesome.
Because I believe Panda Angel is also a partner with Sovranti.
Yeah.
And I know Panda Angel quite well because we've done a few playtests together.
Oh, awesome.
So I will send us across that way. Dani, thank you so much for coming across again. Everyone, this has been EatCrit and Survive Plays a Game on Sovranti. If you want to go and check out Sovranti, go onto the Sovranti website, download it, or you can go onto the App Store, iOS, Android, Google, wherever you may find those apps. You can go and download it for yourself. You can enter the code EatCrit under your profile to get 60 days of a platinum subscription. And you can go enjoy yourselves. Frost Knight, you will never know. Well, we know, Frost Knight. We know how you're doing. We know how you're doing, and it's not well, apparently. So, hey, he said his score was at 0, so, you know, that's what I'm basing it off.
In general, I was like, that's a bit harsh.
We should invite them to play with us next time, then, and then we can all avoid the shiny black box of shame.
Exactly. So yeah, check out Sovranti. We are going to be back tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. British summertime, to continue our D&D campaign, and we'll be back next week. Maybe I'll throw in another stream at some point during the week, depending on how I'm feeling. If I'm lonely on Tuesday, I might do something. So until then, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Take care of yourselves, and good night. Say hi to Panda Angel for us. We're going to send you on a raid. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.